Can you imagine the most beautiful woman on earth struggling to find her other half? Doesn't that sound odd? Well, that's the reality for Sandra Bullock. Her ex-husband basically ruined the Oscar victory for her, but she still found a way to give her love to someone else. If you want to find out how one relationship stained Sandra Bullock's life and why she deserves better, then keep watching. The 55-year-old Sandra Bullock is one of America's sweethearts. Throughout her career, she has enjoyed both great successes and painful failures. Well, we can say that Sandra's career has been so paradoxical that she is the only artist who has won an Oscar for Best Actress and a Golden Raspberry for the Worst in the same year. But when we're talking about Sandra Bullock, we also have to mention her stormy love life. But there was a particular incident that marked her life and career. She was in love with her co-star from the movie Love Potion No. 9, Tate Donovan, back in 1990, and was linked to Matthew McConaughey, her filmmate from the movie A Time to Kill in 1996. But finally, on July 16, 2005, she married the presenter and motorcycle builder Jesse James. Long before that happened, in an interview for E.T., the actress confessed that she was quite skeptical about the idea of marriage. She said that if one day she'd decide to get married, she would have liked it to be only once, and for good. Unfortunately, life doesn't always go as we plan it. However, back then, she didn't know it. Sandra and Jesse got married in a private ceremony in Santa Barbara, California. And with this, she also became the stepmother to 3 children that her husband had with his previous wives, Carla and Janine Lindemulder. Bullock loved these kids as if they were her own. In fact, shortly after tying the knot, she and Jesse got the custody of his daughter because her mother was sentenced to 6 months in prison for tax evasion. Everything seemed to go well for the actress. A beautiful family, a happy marriage, an Oscar nomination for Best Actress. But speaking of the latter, when in 2010, Sandra's name was announced as the winner for her performance in The Blind Side, the camera focused on her just when Jesse was talking to her and she completely ignored it. But that's not all, because in her acceptance speech, she didn't even mention her husband's name. The thing had already seemed suspicious, and the press didn't wait with spreading gossip. But as they say, in every gossip there's a bit of truth. Just 10 days after the actress won an Oscar, Touch magazine published an exclusive interview with the model and tattoo artist Michelle Bombshell McGee. She revealed that she and Jesse James were having an affair for 11 months while Sandra was busy filming The Blind Side. Michelle also said that she wasn't the only one James was cheating with, and she even showed some Facebook conversations as proof that he was unfaithful. After that, a couple of other women, like the dancer Melissa Smith and the photographer Brigitte Deguerre, joined the list of women who Jesse had a romance with. The presenter issued a public apology to his wife and checked into a rehab facility to apparently deal with personal issues and to save his marriage. But it was too late because Sandra had filed for divorce and canceled the European promo tour for The Blind Side. The terrible news couldn't have come at a worse time. Shortly after the split, Sandra announced that they had begun the process of adoption of little Louis. But Sandra didn't let her husband's cheating ruin the bond between her and the child. That's why she decided to continue the adoption of the baby as a single parent. What about Jesse? He said that not being present in the life of little Louis broke his heart, and that Sandra was the woman he loved the most, so he had to deal with the consequences of what he did. But soon after, he announced his relationship with the tattoo artist Kat Von D. A few years after the scandal, James said that he wasn't the bad guy because he's not the only one who'd been unfaithful. What was he trying to achieve bringing this up after so long and with no evidence? It seems more like a desperate attempt at fixing his reputation. Well, if he ever had one. Since 2013, Jesse has been married to his 4th wife, Alexis DeJoria, and he doesn't stay in touch with either Sandra nor little Louis, even though they are neighbors. Meanwhile, after taking a break from dating, in 2015, Bullock started a relationship with the photographer Brian Randall. And in May 2019, there were rumors that they got married in secret. Do you think it's true? What do you think? Do you think Sandra Bullock will say "I do" ever again? Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with CurioSips. See you.